Hello guys and welcome to the next installment of my 10-hour loot video series. So today we're going to be doing loot from 10 hours of Barrows. Now if you haven't seen my Barrows guide yet, I will link it on screen around about now. Make sure you go and check that out first if you don't know how to do Barrows. So this is the gear and setup that I will be using. I've got the upgraded trident now of the swamp, and I've got 10,000 charges in that. Unfortunately, I don't have time to charge it all the way up to 20k before I started this video, just because I couldn't buy all the runes and stuff. However, it is at 10,000 charges. With the blowpipe, we have 10,000 mithril darts, and it's at 100%. The reason I've got those both at round numbers is because it will make it a heck of a lot easier for me to work out how much money I've spent on darts and Zoro scales, as well as charges on the trident. So melee obviously doesn't use anything. I've also got 500 Barrows tabs and 500 house tabs. I'm hoping not to use that many at all. The rune pouch is empty, so chaos, blood and death runes will be going in here. In my invent there will be coins, mind runes and bolt racks, and obviously any items I get. I won't be planning on eating any food or pots. However, I have rounded my pots up, so I had 50 magic pots in total and 250 pineapple pizzas, obviously minus the ones I've got in the inventory. So that's pretty much all I need to go for, I believe. I'll be using mage for the majority of it, obviously. Alright, so let's get into it. Also, I will not be doing clue scrolls for this 10-hour loot video, just because it's going to take too long, and I use quite a lot of house teleports and other things whilst I'm doing that. So everything that will be at the end will be 100% accurate for GP per hour for what I got. Don't forget, guys, the GP per hour will depend upon what you get as rewards, because obviously the Barrows items vary quite a lot in prices, anywhere from like 50k to about 2.2 mil. So let's get into it. Just in case many of you don't know about this spot, in every room where the rope would normally be, even though it's not there on my screen, it's still invisibly there, so you can't stand on that spot. So as you can see then, you can get the melee brothers stuck behind them. Doesn't work if you have Arim or Carol, unfortunately, but if you get any of the melee brothers, you can just safe spot them behind that and don't take any damage, and you don't have to pray. Finally, we got our first item. It's taken a while. We're almost 2 hours in now, but we got ourselves a Darok plate legs. Yeah, at least we got something. 1.3 mil as well. That's not a bad chest to get. Our second item coming in, a Torag's plate body. Not bad at all. Yeah, he's an Iron Man, this guy. Best of luck, mate. Okay, was not expecting that chest at all. And Arim's robe top, 1.8 mil. That's one of the better chests. The better rewards you can get as well. That's absolutely fantastic. Nice, Verax flail. Literally 2 chests after the other one. After the last item. Not bad at all. And we can make a full queue with that. Nice. The look is real tonight. Although it is only 209k, that. Feels bad, man. Alright, so we've just hit our first elite clue scroll. That's like, what, 80 odd chests? I think that's 80 chests in, and we've finally hit the first one. That's actually quite unlucky, I think. I was literally just saying I'm due an item. What a double chest. A Guthan's helm and a Verax helm. 2 mil. Nice. I think I'm due an item. I'm always due an item. I was literally just saying I'm due an item. That's freaking awesome. Let's price check those two. I actually can't believe that just happened. I might clip that and that's hilarious. Yes, boys. Pretty sure that's our second Verax flail. But hey, it's an item. Nothing on the floor. Let's go. And the final chest. What are we going to get if we get an item now? Oh, unlucky. Not bad though. 100 chests in 10 hours. The Barrows grind is over. I actually quite enjoyed doing that, I'm not going to lie. So, I've calculated everything that I have used. So, in total we used 5, well, slightly less than 5 prayer pots, but I'll put 5 on there anyway. We used 6 pineapple pizzas, which equates to, for the prayer pots it's 45k, for the pizzas it's 3.8k. I've also worked out how much I've used in my trident and in my blowpipe. So what I'll do is I'll quickly check them for you, just in case you want to double check the maths yourself. So that's how many charges I've got left in my trident, and that's how many I have left in my blowpipe. So one charge of the trident is 581 GP. I use a total of 3,564 charges, which means 2.07 mil. in total. And on the blowpipe, I used 124k in scales and then 6.5k in darts. So in total, my costs for all of the supplies is 2.886 mil, which isn't too bad. So we'll call it 2.9 mil just for the math's sake. I got quite a few items, as you will have seen already. However, in my invent, I don't have any of the items just yet because I want to show you what you would make if you didn't get any items and you were unlucky. So if you went the full 10 hours and did 100 chests, this is roughly what you could expect, plus a clue scroll like I mentioned before. I got that really close to the end actually. I was quite disappointed with only getting the one at the end. I was hoping to get one a little bit earlier, then I might have actually done it and just paused the timer. So 5.3, we'll go off the lowest, so 5.3 million there, which means even if we didn't get a Barrows item, we still would have made a profit. Obviously it wouldn't have been too much, but that nevertheless, a profit is a profit. Also, if you're wondering how long each trip took me, it was around about 6 minutes per trip. I was streaming every single chest I did, so it was a little bit on the slow side, but hey ho. I've also just noticed that I didn't calculate how many Barrows tabs I use and stuff, so I'll calculate that in a minute and then fill you in on what we got there. So let's have a look at the items. This is everything that we got. It's actually pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. So let's add them all in again, starting from what we have previously seen. So we got 5.3 mil. Obviously this stuff that I'm adding in now, the items that you may get will be completely different. There's no guarantee you're going to make this much money, but then again you might get really lucky and make more than I did. So in total that comes up to 10.7 million GP. I'm just making an exact note of how much that is. What I'm going to do now real quick is add up the tabs and then I'll fill you in a second with how much that comes up to. So the price is there. We'll use, because it's this is the supplies, I'll use the higher value. So that's 313k, we'll call it. So let me just quickly add up the supply costs and then I'll work out how much profit we made in those 10 hours. All right, so I've quickly just added all of that up, and the total cost of all the supplies now is 3,200,484 GP. So minusing that from the 10.7 million, we actually made 7.541 million whilst doing this, which works out about 700k per hour, which isn't too bad to be fair. Usually, I was actually quite unlucky at Barrows there, to be fair. Usually I'm really lucky and I get like loads of Guthan's War Spears and Guthan's Helmets, but we got 2 Verax Flails. I think I'm pretty much, I also got lucky with the drops. I should have only expected around about 4 to 5 drops, but I actually got 7 as you can see, which in fairness, again, that is pretty lucky. But I reckon if you're doing this consistently and you're focusing 110% all the time, you could easily make this at 1 mil per hour. Obviously, a lot of guides out there and stuff aren't going to show you the supply costs. I want to do this as hardcore as I can as possible. Obviously, if you take the supply costs off it, it's easily 1 mil an hour, but obviously it's going to cost you something. If you downgrade as well and don't use a Trident in the Swamp, you might as well just use a Trident of the Seas because you still hit the same with it. You just don't have the Venom chance. So personally, I would, if I was going to do this again, I'd just use a Trident of the Seas, not a Trident of the Swamp, and that would help out with quite a bit, considering that the Trident charges are basically 2 mil. That's 2/3 of the total cost of the supplies. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy this, and if you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Take care.